By 1999, 29-year-old Fred Durst had a child, an ex-wife, and a busted celebrity relationship. But Fred always had an eye for the ladies, so he wouldn't fly solo for long. Between trips to the Playboy Mansion, Fred found time to fall in love with a fresh-faced beauty named Jennifer Thayer.
They got pregnant, and they now have a son named Dallas, who Fred is very involved with. And Jennifer is very much in Fred's life because he really wants to be a part of Dallas's childhood and adulthood eventually.
I think Jennifer in the past has said that, you know, Fred is kind of somebody she will always be somehow connected to, not just via their son, but I think that's a relationship that's kind of been more enduring than most of his.
Of course, Fred may view the relationship a little differently.
With Fred, it's fairly easy to hop from one good-looking woman to another, and it wasn't long before he hooked up with Jamie Bergman, who was on the show Son of the Beach.
Jamie Bergman was our 45th anniversary playmate, and she and Fred did date for a couple of months.
But Fred didn't stop there.
Summer Altus is another lady that he dated who was also a Playboy playmate. Are you seeing a trend here? Are you seeing it? So he dated her for just a very brief time also.
Things may have not worked out with Summer because she was ready to get serious and sort of have a commitment. Fred is still sort of living this bachelor life, and he probably isn't ready to settle down just yet.
But Fred was ready to move on, and in 2000, he had the rumor mill buzzing.
In September 2000, Fred Durst sang Come On Over with Christina Aguilera at the MTV Video Music Awards.
If Fred's fans thought the rocker was about to go pop, Durst quickly made his master plan clear.
And at that point he said, you know, I did it all for the nookie, I really want that girl. He, you know, made it clear that he wanted a piece of Christina Aguilera.
My attraction to Christina, that's about it. It's definitely, nothing else would make me do that.
Of course, rumors immediately start flying that they're dating. And we do see them around town a little bit together. But Christina gets freaked out about this, and she says something to the effect of, he called me so many times, I had to stop answering my telephone.
Of course, there's also Fred's version of the story.
Fred Durst tends to say who he has a crush on in public way before anything happens. You know, he tends to go on MTV and just be like, I have a crush on insert name here.
He seems like pathologically unable to, you know, to keep the fact that he's dating someone cool a secret. I think that's what happened with Christina Aguilera.
He likes to claim he did it all for the nookie, but she says there was no nookie, he didn't get anything.
Oh well, if at first you don't succeed.
Rumors started going around that Fred Durst and Alyssa Milano actually hooked up.
Alyssa Milano tends to like musicians. She was actually married to St. John Tate from Remy Zero.
About the same time that Alyssa Milano is hanging out with Justin Timberlake, she develops this fascination with Fred Durst.
After Alyssa and Justin split, Milano started seeing a lot more of Fred.
I've actually seen Fred out with Alyssa, seeing them at the lounge and seeing them talking, and even now I still will run into them talking or hanging out. Maybe they had a fling, but I don't see any romance that would be ever long-term coming out of that.
If Alyssa and Durst did date, the romance didn't last long. Up next, Fred opens his mouth when a blonde bombshell gives the singer an ultimatum.
You better chill, dude, or I'm gonna get my people after you.
And later, Fred tries to put an American beauty under his spell.
He's calling her and saying, it's Fred Durst, I want to ravish you, I'm going to make you a star, baby.